Welcome back to Guys Improvise, the MGI podcast you are listening to.
Chill with Realms.
Jurassic Mark.
And Faerhad Targaryen. We have made it through another 10 episodes, making our catalog up to 30 episodes of podcasts, culminating between movie reviews, anime reviews, and certain television series reviews as well. So I'm really happy and excited that the team that I have with Realms and JM, that we are committed to getting this podcast going. And this is going to be a recap of season 3. We kicked it off with our first anime review, the Chill with Realms movie length mashup, which was ReZero, a review of the first 6 episodes. That was episode 1 of this podcast. Then we did Mighty Joe Young, which has been our most successful video to date with over 1,000 views.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll flex on that. Okay.
Yeah, you deserve to. Yeah. That was awesome.
I kid.
No, for real. You deserve to flex. I mean, it's a joint effort, but yeah, that was your recommendation, so definitely. It was awesome to see how much viewership, relatively speaking, that was getting. So yeah, that was cool.
I think it's more a testament to the godlike powers of Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron is a pretty great actress. I remembered her role very well when I first watched the movie as a kid, and was looking forward to seeing her character again when I watched it again for the podcast review. So that was episode 2. Episode 3 was I Am Not Okay With This. It wasn't the first Netflix series that was ever reviewed on the podcast, but it was the first series technically the second series after ReZero that we started reviewing in this season to keep up with the theme of television series and miniseries. The next episode was our next movie-length mashup from Chill with Realms, Sword Art Online, the first 5 episodes. Then we did 8 Men Out, episode 26, Netflix's Never Have I Ever, The God of High School, a review of the first 5 episodes, another Chill with Realms movie-length mashup, Dinotopia. Then we had Netflix's Dear White People, a review of the entire season 1 on Netflix. And we capped off the season with Monkey King, Havoc in Heaven's Palace. So, well done, team, movie guys. Very good job. First question I got for y'all is, out of these 10 episodes we did, what was your favorite subject? Meaning, in the TV shows / movies reviewed, which one of those was your favorite?
I got 3 different favorites.
Shoot.
I would say for the anime, my favorite was ReZero. That was the first one that I suggested, and it's still one of my favorite isekai genre anime that I've ever seen. And that's the first one that I've seen that really took me out of like my shonen mind state. Like I always like just shonen and fighting, and this one, it took me out of my element and I liked it. As for my next favorite, I would say movie-wise was Mighty Joe. That one, it was a really good rewatch value, and me and my girl ended up watching that together. And series-wise, Never Have I Ever. That one, it's got me excited to see what happens next in the second season.
I'm glad to hear that you really liked Never Have I Ever, actually. Probably ended up liking it more than I did. Well, I probably had some higher expectations for it. Most people seem to have liked it.
I think it's probably the part of me that always enjoyed Degrassi, like the high school drama shows.
Yeah, you did say that. You did mention that during the podcast review that we did for that. So,
yes, sir.
This is going to sound like a wild coincidence, but I have the same damn list. Like,
shit!
Seriously, like we're 3 for 3. Yeah, I love exactly twinning. #twinning, like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think I'm the DeVito in that analogy, but anyway, yeah, I loved ReZero, and actually, Realms. You have basically convinced me to do a 180 on anime, and that was a big reason why. Because I admit it, I hadn't really sought out much anime before doing this, but you've introduced me to some great ones, and of the ones that we've done for this podcast, ReZero's got to be my favorite. It's tense, it's interesting. I love it. It's a weird sort of sci-fi spin on the classic whodunit in a couple of ways. And I've always loved Mighty Joe Young. I think I said in the review that this is one of the few movies that I think is better than the film it's based on. You know, this was a remake, and I like this better than the original version. Thanks in no small part to the effects and Charlize Theron. And yeah, Never Have I Ever is great. Great characters, great cast, wonderful sense of humor. I like the weird jokes and the tennis star narrator. So, all good picks.
Got me grinning ear to ear right now.
We're syncing up, man. We're syncing up. Oh, so okay, now the pressure is on our dashing host. So let's see if he deviates from the trend here. All right, what do you got, buddy?
Oh God! All right, we're all equal co-hosts here, okay?
I kid.
No. I get you. And yeah, I'm sorry to say that I am gonna sort of break the triangle a little bit. Okay.
Do it.
Just don't kill us like Triangle.
Oh my God. So yeah, subject-wise, if we're going to split it up between favorite anime, favorite movie, and favorite series, we technically only reviewed 2 movies this season. It was Mighty Joe Young and 8 Men Out. So I'll agree with you guys that between the 2 movies, I definitely like Mighty Joe Young better. I think it's a better movie, and it's the nostalgia that does it for me. So my vote goes to Mighty Joe Young for favorite movie. Favorite anime? It's tough between ReZero and The God of High School for me. And objectively, perhaps ReZero, the first 6 episodes anyway, is better than The God of High School. But for me, just for me, I enjoyed The God of High School a little bit better. And I think that's why I gave it a slightly higher score. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. And the other 2 animes, ReZero and Sword Art Online, I gave them both like an 8. And favorite series? I actually really liked Dinotopia. I mean, the ending of it was kind of like, I feel like the ending could have been stretched out a little bit more. And I know that it's followed up with another like actual television series, but the miniseries Dinotopia I thought was really awesome. I think it had a really good production value behind it.
So let me get this straight. You prefer The God of High School over ReZero. Is that correct?
Maybe.
Are we about to have an anime battle?
Commit. Yes or no?
All right, yeah, I did. I enjoyed your movie length mashup of The God of High School more than your movie length mashup of ReZero. Yeah.
That's a W. That's a W.
Really?
Hey, it's anime. I don't care which one you like more than the other, man. That's a W for the anime community.
Oh yeah. And not only that, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but that was the only
Take the win.
I was gonna say, that was the only anime we reviewed that was subbed instead of dubbed. The other 2, ReZero and Sword Art Online, they were both dubbed, but we watched the subbed version of The God of High School.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, true.
We straddled that divide, right?
Gotta keep that on the low though. In the anime community, anytime on the meme page that I got, anytime post some dub, there's a whole bunch of people that's in the comment section like doing throw up emojis. Like I don't know what it is, but there's like an elitist mentality. They don't like dub.
Well, I saw a meme which showed like these 2 like I guess characters fighting, and one was labeled anime with subs, anime with dubs, and then there was this giant looming over them that just said learning Japanese.
Oh,
so I guess that's like the ultimate flex in that community.
Big facts.
You said keep our business on the low. I'm only just saying that because you said it to keep it on the down low. I don't know. Everything is a weekend reference to me. I'm sorry.
Segue to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I hope you liked the show.
I did, but I wanted it to be much longer. I was hoping for so many more songs, and I felt like it was hard to hear him. I feel like his microphone volume was kind of low, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, the pandemic definitely affected the way they shot that because there were a lot of moments where he would just stare into the camera for a solid minute and a half. But I guess you can't do that much choreography when we're social distancing and doing stuff like that. But he was great.
True, true. Yeah, he did. He definitely, blew it out of the park with the hands that he was dealt for sure. Cool. So I got to introduce you guys to some more weekend music to see what you guys would really enjoy. But that's a conversation for another time. Next question for this recap video. Okay, so we did favorite subject, meaning like favorite thing that we reviewed. What was your favorite favorite subject that we reviewed? Next question is, what was your favorite episode that we recorded?
I'm gonna let Mark go first on this one if you got something in mind. I had to think about this.
Sorry, if I'm coughing a lot, it's because I made the dumb decision to down a mango lassi right before doing this podcast, so I'm kind of phlegmy right now.
That was delicious.
Yeah, it's a delicious mistake, but mistake nonetheless.
Go ahead.
The
answer is easy. It's obvious.
Do tell.
Dear White People, that was the best one that we had. It was like a deep conversation. I love that one.
Yeah, that was.
And it was a conversation we had twice.
That's right.
And I enjoyed both.
Why couldn't we use the first take again? I forget.
You only watched the first half of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Right. I forgot. We were supposed to watch 10 episodes, and I only watched the first 5. So, oops. Mea culpa.
It's okay, because it resulted in 2 great podcast conversations.
Well, hey, and then we got to watch some of the best episodes of the series, or at least I got to watch some of the best jokes of the series, so.
True. And it gave me time to watch the movie that it was based on.
Oh, yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Jam, would you say that one was your favorite podcast episode as well?
I'd say it was either that one or the Dinotopia episode because I got to talk about dinosaurs.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I could dig that. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with the Dinotopia episode too. I mean, like while I was watching it, I'm like, oh, this story is taking a couple of turns and things I didn't expect. And I remember texting you guys about it too. So yeah, Dinotopia was fun.
Yeah, it didn't make my top pick for the podcast as favorite, but it definitely was an enjoyable movie, and I wouldn't mind doing the second part to it.
Oh, if we could find the actual TV show.
I feel like I might not like it as much as the miniseries, but it's not about how much I like it. It's just about going through it and reviewing it with you guys. But my favorite episode we reviewed was actually the most recent one, which was the Monkey King Havoc in Heaven's Palace. I may not have liked it, but the conversation that we had, because we all had different ideas, we all came from different angles and had very different opinions. And also because it was the first time we all came together in such a long time. I know we had that hiatus in between, so I guess that also played into how much I really felt myself going into the Monkey King episode.
Plus, you got to throw all those DBZ references around.
That as well, yeah.
I did enjoy that too. A couple Naruto references in there too.
Yeah, I mean, what the Monkey King was based on, which was Journey to the West, obviously, as we talked about in that episode, was very, very influential. So of course we can't talk about the Monkey King without talking about Dragon Ball Z and I guess Naruto as well. So
thank you, by the way, for tagging me in that game preview. That new one for Black Sun Wukong.
Yeah, what is it called? Black Song Wukong? Black Myth? Something.
Black Myth Wukong. No, that's what it is. That one looks promising.
For sure. All right. So, next question. Which subject do you guys think has the most rewatchability?
Which subject?
Yeah, what of the things we reviewed, what do you think has
okay.
Yeah.
I'd say Never Have I Ever. I think it's going to be interesting to rewatch that series and look for hints as to where the story's going to go in season 2.
You know what? That was actually gonna be my pick too. It was between that and Dear White People. But the
Mm.
thing is, I've already seen the whole show, like Dear White People, and Never Have I Ever is still just on season one. So I would agree with you there. And unfortunately, with I Am Not Okay with This, that got canceled. So I would feel more inclined to watch that over again if I knew it had a future, but it doesn't. So I'm with you on this one, JM.
I mean, you can watch the head explosion scene ad nauseum, probably not get tired of it.
Oh boy.
That was epic as fuck, though.
Like Netflix has a whole YouTube video just breaking down that one shot. You could find it somewhere, but like if you freeze frame it, you can see the dude's eyeball squirting out at one
Yeah.
point. So that's fun.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
For me, I guess it was a toss-up between Never Have I Ever and ReZero. But I'm leaning more towards Never Have I Ever. Only because I'm not 100% sure like ReZero is going to hit me as hard in the second watch now that I know the plot twist as it did when I didn't know them. And Never Have I Ever is just more of a heartwarming watch.
The thing about Never Have I Ever, why I think it would be very rewatchable is because I feel like it's very relatable, you know? I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people can watch that and find themselves relating to it a lot. So, you know, that had a lot to do with my interest in watching it in the first place. So, yeah.
I still can't believe I stumbled across the actress who played Davy, her TikTok page. I just randomly clicked the sound, and then she was one of the top videos.
Wow, yeah.
You know, she seems like the sort of person who would have like a hot TikTok page. And by hot, I mean popular. But yeah.
Yeah. It was a nice little Easter egg to stumble across.
Hell
Nice.
yeah. What are the odds? So, last question, gentlemen, for the recap. So we did favorite subject, favorite episode, which subject with most rewatchability. Last question, which episode of ours, the podcast this season, do you think has the most rewatchability?
Let's see how well we can toot our own horns. Well, I know people seemed to like the Mighty Joe Young episode, but I think the Monkey King might have more rewatchability, only because our opinions were more divided on that one, and I think that usually makes for more interesting listening.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I would say that one, but I was going to say for a different reason. But it was basically something we stated already, just the references. Like for me, that would make it more rewatchable for me, for my taste.
In the previous season recap, the season 2 recap, both you guys, well, I think more so Realms, but you guys kind of jumped into saying that the Captain America Civil War episode was easily the most rewatchable one just because of how much I was kind of like slaying it.
Hey, the internet loves movie takedowns.
It was a classic moment in movie guy history.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. But hey, that wasn't the lowest score that I ever gave a movie, so it has that going for it.
Yeah, we'll see if somebody's going to give something a score lower than, what is it, like 4 next season?
Yeah, 4 is the lowest.
4, okay. Yep. Yeah. It's a race to the bottom.
3.99.
Oh man. What did it do to just lose the 0.1? Oh my. But
this one character's hair was out of whack.
Wow. Nitpick central. But yeah. I think the most rewatchable episode, I might just give it to ReZero actually. That was the season 3 debut. And that was the first anime that we actually came together to watch, review, and record. Because we went off on such a great start, ReZero was pretty awesome. I was hyped to go on and on with more anime reviews, new animes that Realms will be bringing to the table to introduce to us and to go through. So for that reason, I give it to ReZero, the Chill with Realms Mobile Left mashup.
I'm not going to lie. I really did enjoy digging into that and bringing up all the different theories and different routes that the show takes. It's definitely up there for me too. Sure. It's up there.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm more biased. The anime stuff, man, it's up there for me.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You are our anime experts. We're allowed to have bias here. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to kick off season 4 of the podcast with another classic, courtesy of Jurassic Mark, which will be Night of the Living Dead.
The original from 1968.
I've seen a few zombie movies, and like I said, I was a big fan of The Walking Dead, and I know because Night of the Living Dead is also basically a classic. I think we can consider it a classic, and because of that, it was probably pretty inspirational for a lot of contemporary and modern day zombie TV shows and movies. Would you say that is the case?
Absolutely. I mean, it completely changed the mythology of zombies, and not just in film, but in all mediums. Like the zombies from shows like AMC's The Walking Dead and even Game of Thrones owe a lot to this film, which isn't uniformly a good thing in my opinion, but we can talk about that in the episode.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Well, you just keep the classics coming, JM.
I'm keeping up my tradition of recommending movies your dad probably likes.
Hey, do you, man? Just because our dads like it doesn't mean that we, who may become future dads, who knows, won't also like them as well.
That's why they call them the golden oldies.
There you go.
Awesome. All right. So thank you guys again for, continuing to be some awesome co-hosts, Realms and JM both. I really do appreciate you guys. And to the audience, again, thank you for continuing to tune in. I hope you do for next season as well, listening to our opinions and our views and our quirks. You have been listening to
Chill with Realms,
Jurassic Mark,
and Faerhad Targaryen. Catch us again in a month's time when we review The Night of the Living Dead.
As always, chill energy only.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.